My name is John Solstrom. I'm President and CEO of Protectus Medical Devices. My background is as a molecular biologist. I was trained as a molecular biologist, microbiologist, geneticist, but I entered the biotech industry at the time that industry was spawned, and I became very much involved in the business side of science as well as the science side of science. And those skills and that knowledge was brought to bear on the Protectus Medical Devices company. Protectus Medical Devices, the company, has developed a safety syringe technology that allows the user to be protected from needle stick injuries in the workplace. The healthcare worker does not have to do anything intentional to activate the safety feature. The safety feature is activated automatically. Needle stick injuries actually occur millions of times per year in the United States. This is grossly underreported. There are approximately 800,000 to 1 million reported needle stick injuries in the United States. If someone gets a needle stick injury, they are required by law to report that needle stick injury and go through an entire protocol of follow-up questions and answers and assays that, in fact, are applied to that needle stick injury. And that costs approximately $3,000 per reported needle stick injury. The self-sheathing syringe that was developed by Protectus Medical Devices actually is a spring-activated safety feature. If, in fact, the user loses control of the device, the safety feature activates automatically. The user does not have to do anything intentional to activate the device, as other devices do. The Protectus Medical safety syringe actually is easy to use. It can be used in essentially all applications and very user-friendly. As a matter of fact, it was designed by users. Mr. Jack Dillard, the inventor of the device, went out into the healthcare workplace and interviewed healthcare workers and said, "What do you want to have in a safety syringe?" They gave him a list of criteria. He turned this list of criteria into a syringe that was automatic self-sheathing. And so when we had the first prototype, Jack Dillard took this device back into the healthcare workplace and said, "What do you think?" And the healthcare workers were saying, "Yes, this is a device we want." The Protectus Medical Safety Syringe actually had to go through the 510K approval process as required by law. Normally this is a 90-day period of time. It's a simple application. In this case, the FDA said we would like to have you do full comparison clinical trials. So, in fact, the Protectus Medical device went through full comparison clinical trials, comparing to another safety syringe that was already on the market. 1,000 of our devices and 1,000 of their devices were used in parallel at 6 different clinical centers, and the data was compiled by a third-party statistician, and on the basis of that data, we received 510K permission from the FDA. First of all, the Protectus Medical Safety Syringe is used like a standard syringe. It can be used in essentially all procedures. The safety feature on the device is a spring-loaded safety feature that deploys automatically. So once a healthcare worker is finished using the device, he or she just simply lets go of the device and the safety sheath deploys, covers the needle to protect the needle from any kind of subsequent needle stick injury. The main thing that distinguishes the Protectus Medical Safety Syringe from all the competitive devices is that it is automatic and self-sheathing. That means the user does not have to do anything intentional, consciously, to deploy the safety mechanism. The Protectus Medical Safety Syringe is actually priced at the low end of the spectrum of all safety syringes on the market today. The syringe was designed such that it was manufacturing friendly. Indeed, the individual parts can be put together in a very logical, logistical fashion very easily, and it keeps the cost of production down. The Protectus Medical Safety Syringe is protected by 4 patents right now. There are 3 that have already been issued. There is a fourth which we have received notice of allowance from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, and that will grant us another 20 years of protection. Protectus Medical Devices is managed by 4 individuals. My name is John Sahlstrom, President and CEO of the company. Mr. Jack Dillard is Chief Operating Officer of the company and also the inventor of the Protectus Medical Device. Mr. Ron Ginn is a seasoned marketing and salesperson. He is Senior Vice President of Marketing and Sales. And Mr. Jack Olinger is our Chief Intelligence Officer and Chairman of the Board. Protectus Medical Devices has focused on hospitals and hospital systems as part of their rollout of Phase 1 of the Phase 1 program. However, this does not address the needs of the doctor's offices and the smaller institutions. And so we actually signed a contract with Synergistic Medical Network in order to address that need. So Synergistic Medical Network is in fact staffed by at least 150 representatives essentially in all 50 states, and these representatives are from various backgrounds, but a lot of them are in fact nurses from the hospital systems. These nurses take the Protectus medical safety syringe into the healthcare workplace and demonstrate the device to users. The users in fact have given the feedback to Synergistic Medical Network that this is the device in fact that they are looking for to solve the needle stick injury problem in their institution. The manufacturing process for the Protectus medical safety syringe is standard basic injection molding technology. We have 6 parts, and each of them is molded separately, and they are assembled using automatic assembly equipment. It is standard basic technology, it's off-the-shelf technology, so there is nothing new there. The manufacturer that would manufacture our product was selected on the basis of several criteria. 1, they have to have the capacity. 2, they have to have experience in GMP manufacturing. That's good manufacturing practices, which is under the auspices of the FDA. The FDA comes in and inspects the process. They also have to have the ability to maintain the tooling, the molds for the manufacturer of each of the parts. Whether they actually fabricate the tooling themselves or work with an outside tool maker, they have to have access to the precision tool making. But they do have to have a tool maintenance program in place. The price of the syringe needs to be at the low end of the spectrum, and in fact ours is priced at the low end of the spectrum because we have selected a manufacturer who has given us a firm price at the very low end of the spectrum. There are actually lots of reasons why one would be interested in investing in Protectus medical devices. First of all, it is a technology that saves lives. It prevents needle stick injuries. It prevents the concomitant resulting diseases, bloodborne diseases that result from needle stick injuries. And if you are an ethical investor, this is a good company to invest in because we do save lives.